This is funny gassing Ethan up when he's not here on the podcast. Yeah. Like, I feel like this happened last time he wasn't here too. But he has like a good capacity, like mental capacity behind the wheel of any machine.
Also, that man has like a weird magical aura around him where like janky crafts just like turn on and run.
Yeah.
Even if they're broken.
Yeah. He's the only one that can start our Barbie Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just arrives and it's like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Good.
Absolutely.
There's people like that, man.
There's people like that.
There's just people like that. And he's one of them. Mm-hmm. But even like when he recently got this excavator, and we haven't put it in a video yet, but we're filming him. It's his first time driving this machine. It's up a sketchy, icy, jank little cliff road.
That was like handmade.
Yeah.
With hands. Like not like tools. Like it's like a footpath lengthened for a vehicle.
It would have been kind of sketchy to drive an excavator up there without the ice.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. We're seeing him multiple times like slip back, use the claw to like help him get up places.
He's like wrenching himself up the mountain with the claw.
It's like when someone almost drowns and they're like climbing back onto the beach, like he was doing that. But like these last minute decision makings in a giant machine that he's never driven anything like that before. And he's just like on it. Mm-hmm. Like there's this giant boulder. He picks it up, drags it to the side of the cliff road. And then the whole thing starts tipping because he didn't realize that the excavator couldn't hold the boulder that high, heavy. Yeah. The whole thing tips, and like last second, he like launches it, like lifts up the bucket and lets out the rock, and he falls back down. And Steven and I look at each other like, oh my God. Like we really thought we were about to just see our friend die.
I was in the support truck and he didn't just tip like this. He like tipped sideways on the track.
Towards the cliff.
Yeah. Which is like very jank.
Yeah. And then we go up there and we're like, dude, that was sketchy. He was like, I wasn't that high off, was I?
Yeah.
Like, super calm. And I think that is the reason why he's the choice driver for the Freedom 500.
For sure.
If something sketchy happens in front of him, he's the most likely to make the right decision.
Yep.
So YouTubers in general, not just automotive YouTubers, but it seems like when men of the internet get a little bit of money, they end up buying skid steers.
Yeah, I think that's like the first purchase of anyone who makes a little bit of money on YouTube is like a skid steer.
Yeah, even like Roman Atwood.
Yeah.
Like he has like helicopters and GTRs and all this stuff. But like I was watching his videos the other day and he was like talking about skid steers, just like, oh yeah, like skid steers raw. Like,
yeah,
all this stuff.
It's amazing.
I'm like, what is it?
I think it's
are men that predictable?
I think you can like make jumps with them and stuff. I think that's why all those YouTubers are buying them. Like you can make a really big dirt bike jump.
Yeah, we're all just children. We never really grow up.
Yeah, when you're a child, you play in the sandbox with like your little trucks. Like trucks, and then they just get bigger. Like
I was thinking about this because my nephew is like of that age where he's like trucks, dump trucks, monster trucks, you know? I'm like, is this some kind of like super crafty propaganda to like
make us all work with trucks when we get older?
Because like construction is like, you know, what
it's essentially
need
big
to
kid.
Grow an economy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's hard and dirty and a lot of people don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But if you just get them, like Tonka was probably like funded by the government or something. Like we're going to give all these little boys trucks, and when they grow up, by golly, they're going to be buying skid steers, building roads, moving giant rocks.
They're creating the workforce young.
Exactly.
Also, like I've noticed in this generation, my generation, we don't have toys like that anymore. And maybe that's why there's a lack of workers like that now. We don't have Tonka trucks and stuff.
What did you have?
I had RC cars that went really fast and stuff. Like that's what I had. And I grew up and I bought real cars that could go fast. I didn't play with like Tonka trucks.
I think that you grew up in like a unique situation though. Like most people don't grow up like off grid, like with like cool parents. And I don't know. Like I feel like most people are like in an apartment in a city, like playing with toys. And you were probably like out and about.
Yeah,
on your own, getting
I was
chased
like
by
in
wolves.
the dirt and stuff, like crafting around like the area that we live in. But I feel like you just don't see them very much. Like you used to see kids playing in sandboxes and stuff with bulldozers and things like that. Yeah. But now you don't. You see them making TikToks in Walmart. I just saw one yesterday, so I know.
That is so right.
Like it's just a different atmosphere. Yeah, they'll be like in the aisle, like yo, doing that little dance.
The Fortnite dances, man, they go so hard.
They do.
Yeah, that is interesting. I haven't thought about that because I never plan on having a little rugrat, so I don't really pay attention to what the rugrats are doing.
Yeah, I'm close enough to the rats in what's a rugrat?
It's like a little kid, man. Like, crawling, like playing.
I was just going along with the conversation, and then I realized I didn't know what it was. But I'm close enough in age to the rugrats that I see that still. Like, see what they're playing with.
You go play in sandboxes?
Not really, no. But, like, my sisters are, like, my little sister's pretty young still. So.
How old is she?
She's 10. So.
Really?
Yeah. And
dang, your parents decided to raise kids for like 4 decades.
Yeah, they're different. We're very different ages. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That goes hard. Were you on purpose? Were you the first one?
Yeah. Yep.
And you were
the
on
first
purpose?
one. Yep. And then I was raised very differently than my sisters. Like I was raised in a hospital and stuff, or like not raised there, but born in one. And then,
wait,
the difference between like water birth and midwives and stuff like that.
Oh, you were literally born.
I was literally born in a hospital. That's kind of probably like why I spend a lot of my time there now.
I was born in a hospital too, man. I think it's because you crashed street bikes.
Yeah,
so much.
Maybe that too. But yeah, I was just raised very different from my sisters. But I get to see what they're into. And what their friends are into.
And they're not into trucks.
Yeah, like my sister has a YouTube channel, like when she's 10.
Really?
I would have never done that before, like it wasn't a thing when I was a kid, but just very different. It's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder how many YouTube channels there are of kids that just don't make it into the algorithm because they're kids,
Yeah, they really...
Because it is illegal.
It is, yeah. And she was like so mad because YouTube shut down one of her accounts. She has like 3 of them. And she was like, YouTube shut me down because I'm too young. But I just want to make videos, man. So
really,
why aren't you letting me film?
Well, shoot, she should learn how to edit and join the crew when she turns 15. We need some editing help, man.
She's on her way, I think.
All right, well...
I think there's a future.
5 years.
5 years.
Okay, tell her to train up.
Okay, well,
I'll send her my tutorial video that I send our editors.
Okay, super cool.